Hey, hey, hey. Chasing all this money got me impatient. Yeah, sorry, boo, ain't got time to be wasting. Whoa, damn man, only shop at windows. Hey, see me, I ain't wasting time. You can see the real in my eyes.
Welcome to the convo. Myself, YKB.
Just one.
ST. And today, we're going to take a deep dive into this conversation, man. You get me? All about fucking fine line between murder and manslaughter, innit? It's a bit of a deep one today. So, just one.
Just to break it down a bit, when men say the fine line between manslaughter and murder, because I feel like a lot of people, some people that don't really know much about the law, some people that do know about the law but look at it from their own side of it. And for instance, like I said, there's so many cases that have happened, there's so many people that I know that's been in situations that I've lost through mad things, you get me, even I can even talk about, do you know what I mean, someone getting punched and dropping the foot in the head and that is that class as murder or manslaughter. Now a lot of people would say it's murder,
No.
but then
It's
it's
intention. If you punch the man and then you're in a fight, you're not intentionally trying to kill him with the punch. If he falls and he kills him and he dies from the punch, you killed him, but you didn't murder him.
But so then alright, then the knowing of fighting, yeah, you're causing harm. So your intentions is to cause harm.
Yeah.
No matter how you're going to cause that harm, whether it's punching, I could hit someone in the head with a pole on the head, yeah, really hard, but they don't die. But my intentions was to kill him.
Yeah, but if they're not dead, that's not murder or manslaughter.
But how do you know my intentions isn't to kill him when I hit him just because he stays alive if he dies?
That doesn't matter because in court they'd have to prove that, so they wouldn't even try.
You can't prove a man's fault, bro.
Yeah, you can't do that unless like attempted murder. You was like that guy's literally on the cusp of death and he
no, but for instance, if I was in a fight now and I'm on top of someone and I'm punching shit out of him, yeah. And he dies whilst I'm punching. I've punched him like 30, 15, 20 times, you get me?
That's murder, but if you've got a good solicitor...
Why is it though?
It's murder because after he's disabled and he couldn't defend himself and you've continued to punch him, that's intent. You understand
no, that's like UFC. When a man's on the floor and he's moving, as long as he's moving and he's trying to defend himself, yeah...
Doesn't matter, but a ref, there's a difference there. A ref's there to stop that from happening.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying, from my point of that scenario that I'm saying, bro, is my intentions isn't to kill him. My intentions is to make you know that I'm fucking boss. You started the fight, I'm gonna fuck you up, bro.
Yeah, but then why didn't you? Yeah, but if that was the case, why didn't you stop when you?
Because he's a monster. Because he's a monster.
Or I'm not being funny.
I didn't know it could. That's what I'm saying. Whilst I'm punching him
off,
whilst I'm punching him off.
Yeah, but either way. That's murder. In the eyes of the law, that's
the
murder.
moment he
if
died...
If you've got a good solicitor, you can get that down to manslaughter with diminished responsibility, probably.
What's that?
Manslaughter with diminished responsibility is you killed him, but you didn't... It wasn't intentional, you didn't mean to, you lost your head, you're mad,
so
whatever.
That's manslaughter, no?
Nah, manslaughter...
So what's the extra added bit onto it?
Diminished responsibility is like you weren't responsible for your actions.
Because you were mad.
Because you were under the influence. Like a crackhead would get that. Like a crackhead, two fucking crack, yeah, come out and murder someone. He could then go to court and say, I killed him, yeah, I killed him, but I didn't know what I was doing. I was off a head of crack.
Oh, so you're saying like when people make out they got mental issues, they're forced in the head, telling me to do it.
The mental issue pleas are an entirely different one. You're trying to get it whole thrown out of court from murder and they're trying to do you as you're a mental case. Yeah. That's a whole entire thing, bro.
Probably best thing to do, blood.
No, the mental homes are nutty. You'd rather not. You might think that, but then you get there and then you're like,
so do you?
I know a few men that have done that, and they come out worse than then they went in.
So do you think, yeah, that they should break it down a bit more for people on the outside that are involved in a case, or do you think it should
break it down, sweet?
How do you mean? What to people
like
us that are not involved?
People that are grieving for the person that's dead, and then people that are actually watching their family go to prison. I feel like because a lot of people, like the ones that go to prison, the family's like, yo, it's unfair, rare. But again, like if they look at the whole bigger picture, or once they understand the bigger picture, it would make it easier for them. Same for like the people that are grieving. Yeah. If that person only gets done for manslaughter and they want them done for murder, the only way of them understanding is why.
But that's because they're mad, innit? Cloud of judgment and all them things. Like, say there was something, take yourself out of the frame, you're not involved in nothing and you heard about it, then give your opinion. Do you know what I'm saying? But when you're in that situation, it's very hard not to take a biased. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well,
biased opinion.
yeah, look at it like that, but look at it like this.
Do you agree?
Look
Because it's very hard for you to take yourself out of the situation because you know the more.
no, hold on.
No,
I
I hear. No, I'm just saying. I kind of hear what you're saying, to an extent. But I'm saying, like, if they give, for instance, like with the Telegraph and that, they don't give.
No.
You don't get to hear the full story. So
Yeah,
everyone's making all these
definitely.
speculations. When you go to court, people are seeing things or whatever, and then they make their speculations.
All right.
But I feel like if the guidelines was there, like if it's manslaughter, we're looking to find this. That's so when say they do an interview
I know exactly what
outside
you're
the
saying.
court, they say right, they're trying for manslaughter. They want manslaughter. They're saying it's murder. The jury is trying to decide whether it's manslaughter or murder. So
But no one really knows what happens unless they're in that situation.
Yeah,
Do you get me?
well,
Only
check
the
it out,
people,
that's
not
supposed
only
to
the
know.
person that
No,
did
but
whatever
I
knows the
never-
fault.
We're not supposed
No,
to.
because
we're
for
not supposed to
instance-
know an individual's case. Like that's how they make it.
No, but I'm saying
And then
even-
once the case, and then after the case is done, they release information. But it's a tabloid. It's the press. It's the news. So they will only release what they want to release. They never release the full story. They only want us to believe what they want to.
This is how I
say.
look at it. If
That's what I'm
they
saying.
give a vivid story of it, yeah, then you've got a rough idea. Now, for me, it's like this, yeah.
If you know about the whole case, if you don't keep on what you're
No,
saying,
I'm
say
saying,
if you know
even if
about
I
the whole
don't
case.
know, even if I say now, I read the paper and there's a case and it says guy on trial for murder, pleading for manslaughter, yeah, and then I read into it and it gives me their idea of what's exactly happened, yeah.
That's exactly, you said it.
I can make my summary in my head of what the outcome's going
Yeah,
to
but
be.
you just said it their idea.
Yeah,
you
that's
just
my
said
point.
it there.
Yeah, they give their idea.
Their
But what I'm
idea.
trying to say is, off what you lots have even put there, I can make up in my head what scenario is going to be the outcome
That's
of that.
only an assumption, though.
You
It's
can't-
not. Yeah,
It's
it's,
just-
no,
you
it's
have to
not.
come at it
No,
at
no,
another
you
angle
don't
as
get. I don't
well.
think you get what I'm saying. It's an assumption, but my point being is, I understand enough. Yeah, to make my decision on what should be manslaughter to what should be murder.
You
But a
do.
lot of people don't.
Yeah,
And that's what I'm
very
trying to
good
say
point.
is I just feel like in these certain situations, I feel like there's not enough information given for people to have a better understanding of what the difference is
Correct.
between manslaughter
Correct.
and murder. Do you get where I'm coming from?
Oh.
Because
It's
like
not
you
hard.
said in it,
I mean-
if someone did punch, God forbid, do you know what I mean, someone close to me and end up dying, and I have had that happen, or someone, do you know what I mean, I know it's had it happen, yeah. But for me, it's like everyone's like, yo, you should be dead and rare. But then I feel like if people had that better information to know that, do you know what, like the intention of murder, the difference between intending to murder someone and just having a fight, if they had that in their head, they wouldn't probably be as angry. There wouldn't be so much. There wouldn't be so much confusion.
Yeah.
Do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, they'll still be as angry, but the way, as you
It
said,
wouldn't be as you know what I mean? Just the shit.
Is the right word intense? No.
No, not even intense, because there's people that are saying, yo, you should be dead, I'm going to pay someone to get murdered and and it's like, yo, blood, like, you lot are saying all these things, and the guy didn't even try, he didn't want to murder him, like, he was having a fight, they both was having a fight, do you know what I mean? And he's clunked him on the head and he died, and that shouldn't have happened, but he didn't mean for it to happen. So why should he have to die?
Well, I keep saying this.
Yeah.
I keep saying this. Shit happens. You can't. When you go into a situation, you don't fucking know what the outcome of the situation is going to be. Yeah, unless you fucking planned it and you can make it happen.
Yeah,
But aside from that, you don't know what the fucking situation is going to entail. You don't know what's going to happen in the
Correct,
situation. Now, if you get into a fight and then someone ends up dying, yeah, for whatever fucking reason, if you didn't go out there and intend to do so, there's two outcomes to that. Yeah, two outcomes. You could be a normal person on the street who stands there, waits for the police to come. Yo, you get me? I was fighting, he died, blah, blah, blah. You could be another normal person on the street, but that same scenario, but you dip. Because you're scared, yeah? The moment you go and you run, that shows guilt in the eyes of the law. To normal people like us, we understand. Yo, it wasn't a case of you felt guilty, it was a case of shit, please dip.
Yeah.
No, it's the
That shit's
thought.
instinct.
It's the thought of,
Get me?
yeah, you know, that's
That
a
shit's
valuable
instinct.
point, like, yeah, that's a valuable point, like,
Yeah.
but again, I just feel like it's down to the government and the people that are
No,
involved,
but
it's
hold
down
on,
to them.
I'm finished because I'm breaking it down. So when it comes to intent, yeah, that's what they try to prove with a murder case or a manslaughter case. So it's all about intent. You brought up a point of like you know you hit someone with a bat or a pole or something. The moment you pick up a weapon, if the other person hasn't got a weapon, then you intended. It doesn't matter whether it was to kill him or whatever, you intended. So they have to prove whether it was an intent to kill or intent to wound, but either way, it was an intent.
Yeah.
Okay? So if they've got a weapon as well, then you can argue, I was defending myself. That person could also argue, I was defending myself. You understand what I'm saying? But either way, in that scenario, yeah, you have a case. But anything aside from that...
Yeah, but even, alright, that's a good scenario. 2 men with a weapon, one blows him on the head and he dies. The other family, the family that's grieving, is going to be saying and on some mad shit. But in my eyes, I'm looking at what you both was having a fight.
It was just what happened.
Yeah.
So was either going to be him or
Wait,
it's going to be him.
wait. Let me throw a wrench in the scenario. So were these man normal civilian people having a fight? Were they a road man who, you know what the score is, fam? You know, what was it? Was it a road man and civilian? What's the scenario?
Alright, so I'll give you 2 minutes. I'll give you 2 normal civilians and then 2 roadman.
Okay, so if it's road man and that, yeah, fam, you got criminal record and you're having a fight with a man, you dust a man on the fucking head, bro. That's you when you go.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the families.
The family. Yeah, but if the family know what you're on and you're a road man, if they don't know what you're on, then that's a bit peak for them.
No,
because they shouldn't be in that fucking position.
No, but I'm saying
in the eyes of my mother, the son is always innocent.
I'm not even talking about.
Yeah, I believe that. That's true, but that's not.
I'm trying to say this year, if that scenario of 2 roadmen now that was to happen, the other side is going to. There's going to be repercussions. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
But
of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
If
not
always,
but yeah.
Not always, but a lot of people, if they had certain things built on of knowing about law and how things turn out in the courtroom, I feel like there wouldn't be as much retaliation. Because man, like for instance, if I see that's happened, 2 roadmen, 1 man died, the other one's gone prison, bro, like, do you get me? Like, you can't even be mad. You get me?
That's what I'm saying.
You can't be mad.
That's my point. You can't be mad.
It's a loss and it is horrible, but that's how it goes.
But like you were saying though, and he brought up a good point about mums and the family. Their family don't see it like that. They've lost a child. They've lost a nephew. They've lost a whatever brother. But
it's about making people understand.
Yeah, it's about making people understand.
And I know like certain things like the government can't really explain to families about road, but at the same time they can break things down enough for people to understand that you don't need to retaliate.
That's the thing. They don't want the perception out there. They don't want that perception out there. The government do not want the perception of, oh, we're letting. We know that these men are doing this. And because look at it, bro. Look, check it. We're not criminals.
Talking about the retaliation
No. Listen. We're not criminals. Anything happens to us, they're gonna go and put us in the newspaper, and they're gonna say, oh, this such and such a guy from he spent 7 years in jail. He did he died today because of They're not gonna say, oh, he was a father, he was a this, he was a that. They're not gonna.
It's not about that.
Yeah, but no, this, like he just said, it's perception. That's what they do. But you're talking about, you want everyone to be able to understand the whole scenario and what's going on. They never do that.
Not the whole scenario and not what's going on, but like for instance, there is a lot of repercussions and retaliation when people die, and I feel like sometimes man think your life for a life, but I'm saying for the families that are all angry now, if a man was to come and say, look, we know that there's going to be retaliation for these reasons, because some people are hurt and feel like one sec, people feel for some reason like, you know, the person went out their way to kill their family member. But what people need to understand is they both was having a fight. Yeah. They both had weapons.
So it's either going to be one or the other. And if it was the other way around, what would you be saying then?
Do you understand that if that was put in the air towards certain people, don't you think that it would make you at least think enough to not retaliate or at least have some sort of conscience?
But I think that's down to the person. That should be the person thinking.
Yeah, but like you said, when you're in that situation, yeah, you can't think like that. So you need people to make you kind of see sense.
Who's going to do that?
One sec, none of your family members, because they're in the same situation.
Okay.
But if there was people that was in the public that actually gave you that other, we know there's going to be retaliation and but you've got to understand this and this.
But as Sean said, yeah, they don't want that perception of that, because in the eyes of the law, as you said, you're a criminal if that's what you've done. So that's all.
So do you agree with that though?
No, obviously not.
Why don't you agree with that?
Because that's like it's putting labels on things that aren't basically the truth. Because if you put in the same scenario, yeah, like 2 guys, 2 weapons, yeah, one of them dies. Like, I guarantee the one say defending himself, it'd be two hoodlums trying to kill each other. But you don't know the situation. There's a
They
hundred
wouldn't say
things.
2 hoodlums, would they?
They would.
Right, can I just say something, yeah? And I'll fucking Google it now, mate. Google it if you want, yeah? I've never ever heard that word get used.
Well,
in
they
any
wouldn't
paper.
say hoodlums.
Right, so what I just said.
Not the same word.
So what I just said to you saying yes, they would.
Hoodlums.
They
Yeah,
wouldn't
because
use
we're
that.
not saying
type of word.
we're not saying they would
Gang
specifically
members.
say hoodlums.
Yeah,
gang
yeah,
members.
yeah.
But
Let's say
can I
gang
say
members.
something?
Let's say
But can I
the
say
public. Let's say
something? Can I say something though? But is that facts or is that bullshit?
That's
we
bullshit. More time.
no. Perception.
If there was
we know it's
our
bullshit.
scenario was
We know
two
it's bullshit.
Our
But
scenario
you-
was 2
you
roadmans.
waking up in the
Am I lying
morning-
or am I trying shit?
Yeah,
our
but it doesn't
scenario
matter.
was 2 roadmans.
You
So
waking up in
therefore
the
that is
morning,
facts.
but you waking up in the morning in your office, sitting in your office, drinking your fucking cup of tea, reading the Telegraph, ain't gonna have the same perception that we have right
Because they
now.
don't understand.
Because they don't understand. Even how it's written.
I'm saying if they've all got statements and they've asked people and they've said it was two members from a gang, yeah. If the police have that kind of intelligence, then that is what they're gonna say.
Not always.
They're not gonna say. They're not gonna say.
not always.
They're not gonna sit there and say to a reporter
I have
or a
no
news
faith in
guy.
the police.
They're not gonna say to a reporter or a news guy, yeah, that it was just 2 normal men. They're gonna tell them exactly what it is. If there was one from this end and this from, and they're both gang members, and there's proof of that they know the people and has got criminal records and have been involved in things. That's what they're gonna say. It was 2 gang members that had a fight. What else are they meant to say? It was 2 fathers. Why are they going to say that?
I can actually counter that with a story recently. Actually, they were saying that the dude got killed in Wood Green in London, outside of a cinema. He comes from a wealthy family. You know, his mum sent him to a private school, and he was in London to see his friends. Blah 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 blah, and he got killed outside the cinema for some gang shit. So
What, saving his girl?
No. He was just he come outside the cinema. He was standing outside. He might have been with a girl chatting and shit, but then man rolled past on a bike and fucking shot him in his head, killed him. But flipping, you know, time goes by and that. So in the newspaper they reported it as, you know, a young kid like how I just described. So that's what you think, you know, just a normal young kid. No, that guy there was was a member of another gang, but obviously his mom moved him out and took him out of the ends, and they've gone and he's in private school and whatnot. But he brought himself back to the ends to chill with his man them, and he's there with his gang and that. So him and his gang them are there outside the cinema, and these youths have rolled by, seen the gang, and he was the man that was there, got shot in the head.
So I'll counter what you've just said. He used to be in a gang. He got moved.
He's still in the gang.
One sec. He got moved into a private school. Did he not just say all that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
No, I
he
did.
took
I
himself
did.
away from all that.
No, he did it. His mum did.
His mum
Yeah.
took him away from it all, and he was in a
Yeah.
private school, and he was doing all them things. So
Yeah.
even if in the past he was in a gang, currently when he got killed, he wasn't involved in any gang or involved
Yes,
in
he
anything.
was. You hear what I said? He brought himself out of the school and back to the ends to be with his gang, fam. He came back to his gang.
Right.
It weren't just.
So-
it weren't just a case of he was
so-
still putting in. What's his name? I swear I know his name.
So every day he wasn't going to school, and he was going back and chilling with the gang.
Yeah. Rather than go to the private school that his mum's paying for him
How
and
did
do
you
all of
get
that.
this information?
Because it was reported afterwards. Yeah.
So the information that they first
Like,
gave.
No. This is long afterwards, and it wasn't reported by the normal tabloids.
Do you get
it was
where I'm
reported
coming
by
from?
one of our man them.
This goes back to what I was just saying. Whatever the reporter or the news guy gets told, yeah, they might put it in their own words,
Yeah.
but they can only go off what they've been told.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if
To a
then
certain
another
extent,
story comes out afterwards saying, yo, he's a gang and he's a hoopling or whatever, that's because that's now what they've reached into in information that we found out that he wasn't just going to the
I don't know
private
if I can
school.
say this, so let me show
No,
you.
did his mum know? Did his mum know?
I don't
that he was
know.
Going back and forth with the
That's why I
gang?
say I don't know. Look, I don't know if I can say it, so I'd rather just show you. Yeah, that was the thing I was talking about.
Yeah, but what's that telling me?
No, I'm just saying if you press the article and you look in the article, you'll see the whole thing, and that's what I was saying to you. I don't know about the mum and that. I can't say.
But I'm just saying
But
the
I'm
first
saying
front
that-
of what
get me?
they said though about him being a young lad being stabbed is
that
the only
was it right
information
there.
they had.
That was
They
it
would have
right there.
checked up what school he went to. He went to a private school. They would have checked his name. They would have checked even if they checked his criminal record and he ain't been in trouble for 5 years. Why then are you going to say he was a
Okay,
gang member
so
when
look,
you've got no proof of that and
so-
he hasn't been in trouble for 5 years?
So
Or
he was a
ex-offender.
UK drill artist. I didn't know that either. So he's a UK drill artist.
And when was this published?
So it would have been March 2018, something like that.
So that was April. So it happened in March. That was April.
Something
So
like
that's
that.
when. Do you understand?
What, him?
People start going into
Got
it.
blamed in his head. Sorry.
Like yeah, you're right, yeah. Look him up later, innit?
Yeah, we'll look it up later. But that's the story I was just
sorry,
relating. I only know what I've read from the article, so that's why I was
for
just
me,
saying.
again,
Yeah.
if it happened in March and that got brought out in April, you gotta think when a news reporter when it first happens, they will go to the police and ask people on the street. So they only get the information, that bullshit shit that people.
No, but then okay, so then now they've got the information, but the information wasn't reported by them again. It's not like they've got the information now and then retracted what they said and then brought out the real information. They haven't done that, so we still have that perception.
But that's why there's so many different newsers, right? And for one,
Nowadays.
if there's one reporter that goes to this person and tells him that, and then the other reporter finds another source and he tells him that, which is more facts than that, then obviously it's going to come out and, well, that's real because that's facts.
It's like GRM, they've started doing news stories now. And obviously they'll give our point of view. Yeah, on the website. They'll give our point of view. Like, people like us. But you go on BBC News now, yeah? They will say something totally different.
Scandalous, bro.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, but that's where I feel like there's where all the anger gets.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't do that though. A lot of people don't do their research.
People get upset with the things that are getting said and how they try. Oh, they're getting done for manslaughter. All them things will get said, and then people get all inside their feelings. And I feel like if you just broke things the fuck down and explain things properly, maybe people won't be going off.
A lot of people don't do that though. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't like because we've got to a point in our lives here. All of us here, yeah, we've got to a point where we dissect information that we're given. Even information that we're given from each other, we dissect information that we're given. Not because we have to. It's just part of who we are. So we dissect information. Not a lot of people are like that. So we'll get told something. Yeah, we were told it. We might believe it, but we're still gonna go and check it from there, and then we're gonna have a look and see if it's anywhere else. Because everywhere else there might be a different angle. But loads of people don't do that. They read the Sun newspaper and they might read the Mirror. That's it.
No, but I feel like you're not.
You understand what I'm saying?
I get where you're coming from, and it's
So
that's true.
the information
but I
isn't-
feel like again, if there was a reporter at the time on that specific thingy, and he was to actually explain, and I'm not saying giving you an insight into what's actually happening, but giving you an idea of how people are going to get sentenced and why it's manslaughter or murder. And if they had that kind of information, but people just think like, yo, they're on trial, they're trying to get manslaughter. Do you know what I mean? But in my eyes, it's like I say to people, alright, so if I'm locked up and I feel like I was defending myself, why shouldn't I shout self-defense? Whether you feel it or not, why shouldn't I shout self-defense? But if the other people that are grieving understood that there's a problem, obviously there's been a stabbing or whatever, and these people believe that it was self-defense.
Well,
they don't know.
As I said,
do you know what I mean?
They won't ever think like that because they've lost their loved one or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't know, but
It's
people,
never going to be that cut and dry for them.
Do you know what I'm saying? What happens if someone in your family, that happens to someone, your family member, and I know for a fact you wouldn't see it in the same type of way. You would, but your anger would take over. Don't you think? I'm speaking for myself.
I don't know.
This is what I say, innit, yeah? I used to act off anger and spare the moment when I'm mad, yeah? But for me, I feel like I'm not even that old.
And I still do sometimes.
I'm at the right age now where it's like, right, if something happens, yeah, sometimes you do act off spare the moment. That's because you got no choice. But I'm saying if something happens to someone in my family or one of my friends, yeah, I'm gonna be angry. But the first thing I'm gonna be doing is thinking, yeah, what's the right move? That's the difference. What's the right friggin' move?
That's true.
Do you get what I mean?
That's very true.
I don't know, man.
That's
I don't. If I was in that situation, bro, I think for me, I'd be sitting there and plotting like how. Because again, I'm not fighting for something that I know is not right.
Yeah, of course.
Because then I'm stupid. Do you get me? It's like if you knew that your family member was on some mad thing all the time, every minute, and then he gets shot. Are you gonna really be that mad? If he was out robbing every single person.
That was like you live and you die by the sword, didn't it?
Yes, bro. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's like you've got to have a bigger mind to understand things, and I feel like a lot of people don't. Do you know what I'm saying? And
that's a fact.
A lot of people don't, and that's the only reason why I said I wanted to do this podcast, because I just feel like people do need to think a bit more bigger picture. I always say put your foot in other people's shoes. Yeah. That's why when we're on this podcast, we do scenarios.
Of course.
Yeah, but this is the thing, innit? Like, people probably look at it and think that we're having an argument and shit. It ain't about that. The opinions that we have are all individual opinions, isn't it? But we all know how to give an opinion and hear
also even giving opinions that even on our opinions, what some users like would say.
Or think or what we've seen or we've experienced. But for me, it's like, again, like we do that, don't we? When we make scenarios up, that's because we're putting our feet in other people's shoes.
It's easier to explain, especially like for someone who doesn't understand the situation. Yeah, just make another scenario, but. Do you get me? 'Cause that's the
And you
best
have to
way.
think as well. More time, yeah. Like I'm saying for me. I ain't gonna speak for them. For me, I'm saying more time. Our viewers are probably smarter than me. So my
That's a
opinion.
broad statement, man.
No, listen. My opinion is just my opinion. If I say or state something wrong in my opinion, you have to think, okay, I'm only going on the facts that I have. If you know more, I'm quite happy to hear it too. Write it in the comments, innit?
Of
Yeah.
course, man.
Always correct me if I'm wrong. Like I like that. Yeah. But as I was saying before, you know when I had a friend, innit? Yeah. He, this guy, he used to do the stupidest stuff. He ran in a shop one time, yeah. Stole a pack of fucking cigarettes. Beat the friggin' old dude on the head with a baseball bat. Yeah? Ran out of the fucking shop. Left the baseball bat. So, obviously he got caught. Stupid guy. You get me? So, he went to jail. Didn't know that he killed the dude. Didn't know. Yeah? So he got in jail. Well, he's obviously waiting for trial to come. He didn't even say shit to him until trial. He realised, yeah, before about 5 weeks before trial, I said to his sister, you know, he's being charged with murder. So throughout the whole trial now, I weren't about for the trial. So this is second information I'm giving now. Throughout the whole trial, this guy, like, basically tried to play the mad card first, yeah. Then he tried to say, yo, no, listen, I threatened him. Yeah, and then he went to go towards me, and then I hit him, so I reacted on him, so it's not my fault. Yeah.
Can I just say one thing?
Go on, man,
Like,
open your shop.
if I was in a situation where I'm up for murder or anything like that, yeah, and if you're very clued up, who the fuck ain't gonna try and get out on a mental charge or a who in the right, unless you blatantly did it for a reason, and it weren't, who is not gonna try and lessen the charge?
Not to disrespect him, but he's not really the sharpest tool in the shed.
Doesn't have to
And I
be.
don't think he had.
I
don't think he had the best solicitor.
I'm talking
You
for
get
the
me?
other people, because the other people are like, no, it's fucking murder, but me, my having your blood. Well, if you was in that situation and you knew or you had a little inkling that you could get away with it by lessening your
Well,
charge.
he's not. No, he's a youth though, G. These times he's can't be no more than 15. You get me? Right, he's a youth, G. So
Yeah, but as you said, you even said it yourself, he's gone in there to rob a pack of cigarettes or whatever, yeah. But he's gone there with a baseball bat.
he came out with a pack of cigarettes. Don't know if he went to rob a pack of cigarettes, but he come out with a pack of cigarettes.
I'm just saying, none of that makes sense, blood.
I didn't hear half of it, yeah, because I was being a bit rude, but... So, you're saying your brethren...
Like, we're down on the field. We don't know shit's happening. We know this because this guy's come running onto the fucking field. You get me? Like,
with one pack of fags.
yeah.
So he ran back, yeah, with the pack of fags.
Sorry, Chris. Yeah. So he's at the field now, and he's telling us a story. So we're sitting there, dumb idiot kids. We don't know shit. You understand what I'm saying? So we didn't know. We didn't know that we didn't know what he'd done. We just know the scenario. He just said he ran in and he threatened me. So he got nicked. Blah 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 blah. So we come to the trial now. He's there trying to defend himself and he's trying to chat all that rubbish. And he ended up getting a long time. I even remember saying this, it was a while ago, man. He got a very long time, and like he actually got done for manslaughter. Yeah. Now everybody.
Did he dead the guy off?
The guy died. Killed him. Hit him on the head once.
Oh no!
even
Whoa,
though
I
he
didn't hear that.
walked into the-
Whoa, we won.
I said that. Right.
So this guy laying the guy down for a pack of fags.
We don't know if it was
ran
one back
into
of
the shop.
fags. He went into the shop. We don't know if he went to rob the shop.
No,
Whatever.
I'm
fam.
saying this though.
We don't
No
know.
disrespect, yeah.
We don't know. I'm not part of that
Let's
shit.
speak like, I'm saying, alright. So I know you might not have even got told this, but I've got to ask this question.
Yeah, go on.
So did he hit the guy before he got the fags or after?
You know, it sounds bad. I'm sorry. I'm laughing because it's funny. Listen.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's funny. That question's funny because I've asked that same question. I thought that same question in my head. Like, what did you do?
We go. If a man licks a man in there and he dies, yeah, and you've gone there to rob it, you're gonna probably think he's passed out. You're not gonna
You
know
know,
he's
before
dead.
you take out tail blood, you wouldn't just.
You're not gonna
There
know
you go.
he's
There's
dead.
no cameras. Man got caught on DNA evidence. He ain't get caught. No CCTV, no camera. Got caught on DNA evidence.
You understand? And
So he left a bit.
and if it was before, he would have been like, "Oh, give me that money." Yeah? Why is the guy gonna say here's a pack of fags? You didn't do that.
But my assumption was he ran in there, lapped the geezer on the fucking head, grabbed the first thing he fucking saw, ran out the fucking door, bro.
Nah.
That's what I think he fucking did.
Nah, but you know.
Because he's that guy, bro. He's that guy,
you would have like 7, 8,
He's
5,
that
7,
guy,
8.
fam.
You'd like.
Nah,
you get
bro,
me, man.
he's that kind of twat, bro. Like he was
I don't know, no
he
sense,
was that.
bro.
You know that guy in the
Bro.
crew. You know that guy in the crew that was always like, he just did things. Just did things.
Yeah, but there's levels of did things.
Nah, he was.
I
Nah,
know,
bro, he
but
was.
my man's
He
doing
was that
that.
guy. If you went, you know what? Can you backflip off that fucking 10-foot wall? Maybe.
Yeah, but you ain't rolling with me if you're doing dumb shit like that.
Bro, I mean, we were fucking kids playing football and shit. We didn't realise this guy's the killer. We didn't know.
No, but I kill it though.
We know the fuck he's on. We didn't realise that shit, bro.
Like, back in the day,
no one's a killer until they do it, blood.
There you go. But we didn't know that he's that type of
No, but one
person.
sec,
We
one
weren't
sec,
robbing
one sec.
nobody, bro.
No,
We
but-
weren't doing none of
No,
that.
I'm saying.
We're kicking
so-
ball.
But you knew he was dumb and thick and all that, yeah?
Yeah.
Not dumb and thick. No
Yeah.
disrespect.
We knew, yeah, that he wasn't a sharp one. Yeah,
Right.
we knew he wasn't a sharp one, bro. We knew he wasn't a sharp one.
What I'm saying, for that guy, yeah, to do that, he got to dumb things before.
Don't know, fam.
Dumb things like
Nah,
that before.
fam, the dumbest thing was he got stuck in a fucking sewer drain. We told him to go down the sewer drain, we kicked the ball, he went down the sewer drain, so he tried to go down the fucking sewer drain and got stuck. That's the dumbest thing he's done, bro. I hadn't seen him do anything stupid like that before. Like, oh, God, show this truth, fam. Never. And he'd never seen... No, check it. And he'd never seen any of us do anything like that. Yeah? Never seen any of us do none of that kind of shit, bro.
Fucking hell, you trying to bomb me up, lad? Don't relax with that, you know. Fucking hell. Sorry. Wow.
All I'm saying is, listen, the point of it, all of that was, he got done for manslaughter. I, for this day, yeah, even though he was a friend of mine, I knew him, to this day I still think he should have been murdered. But the guy couldn't have defended himself, bro. He was against a 15-year-old kid,
ran
bro.
into the shop with the baseball bat, fam.
Yeah!
He ran
into the shop with the
Swear
baseball
down,
bat, fam.
Man ran into the shop with a
Yeah.
baseball bat. And it's
And
not
an
even like
old
trying
man,
to jack the
fam.
place. You wanted cigarettes.
Bro, it's an old man, what the fuck?
Hold on, one
I didn't
sec.
even smoke. I didn't even smoke cigarettes.
One sec. This is
Hold
where
on.
this is where you're gonna learn something. One sec. So how did they get him done for manslaughter? How did he get manslaughter? That's the question I'm
He
asking.
dropped the
now.
weapon, the cricket bat. And you know when you play, this is how I found out about all of this in the paper and that, fam. You know the cricket bat. You know when you play cricket and you throw like any kind of bat, like even this, any bat. When you do that with a bat, you know the is it epithelials or whatever the fuck it is, the skin on your goddamn hand, yeah, goes on the frigging thing. That's his bat. Yeah, he bought that bat. He played cricket with that bat. That shit's his shit. You get me? So they got the bat and the DNA that they found on the handle matched to his DNA.
But how did it get? How did? Bro, you're not answering the
I
question.
know, man, really just went off the question.
I know what the question is. How did they get his DNA for them to match his DNA?
No! The question was, how the fuck was it manslaughter, blood?
How did the court or the jury make the decision of manslaughter instead of murder? Because one.
Oh,
one
because
sec-
he
Go on.
because apparently they're saying that he went in there to do the crime and he intended to go in there and rob the store. He didn't intend to hit the guy with the thing. He reacted.
That's bullshit, because
and
if you bring
that's,
your base...
that's what it said.
No,
That's what it said in the
no.
paper. I
That's-
remember this shit vividly.
No, but that's wrong. No court of law would say that. They would think you're down to do that because you brought the baseball bat.
No,
so like the baseball bat was already there, fam.
Fam,
Do you know what I'm saying?
So one sec, no.
It's all about what your solicitor argues and what the jury believes.
Okay, so
That's what it
no,
is.
so one sec.
That's what it
All
is.
three of us between this room, yeah.
I told you. I think
I'm
it's
asking
murder.
a question,
Told
yeah.
you.
So, if I ran in a shop with a gun, with the intentions just to rob the shop and scare the man with the gun, and I shoot him, blow, and he dies, is that manslaughter or murder?
Murder!
Would I get done for manslaughter or murder though?
I don't know how the court perceives it, bro.
No
I can't,
way would
that's
that
an
be
individual
manslaughter,
thing.
bro. How would that
That's
be
how the court
manslaughter?
perceives it. I would think that would be murder, me.
Even if you were tossing with the guy, blood, it'd still be murder, fam.
I don't know if he's
No,
defending
because
himself.
you pulled the weapon
Yeah,
to
you
the thing,
put
fam.
it to the you know,
So in their heads, that's intent, fam. Do you know what I'm trying
all
to
I'm
say,
saying is
bro?
that I say, like I said, that should have been murder. That's all I'm saying.
I'm lost,
Yeah.
man. I'm very lost.
He got, like I said, he got like. He
What's
got,
his name? No, tell me later.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you on camera. Fuck that. But he's fucking my man. But he got like.
Aaron or somewhere.
Huh?
Nah. He's not an English youth.
Mm.
But fucking.
That's
He was born here, but he's not an English youth.
No, that's irrelevant, really. But
Yeah, I'm just saying. But fucking.
I don't believe that.
I
That's what
don't
happened,
believe
fam.
that.
I don't believe the courts. I don't believe the courts took that manslaughter, bro.
Bro, he only
If
got
a nigga ran
fucking
up-
18 years.
Like, remember, yeah.
Is it 18? 18 or 20 years? Some shit like
For
that.
manslaughter.
Yeah, bro.
No!
He should have got 20
Remember this as
He
well.
should have got 20 or
In a
5
cunt, yeah, it
years.
was manslaughter and the life got took, yeah. And the only thing that got took was a pack of fags, and the courts didn't take that in consideration and still got him doing.
Even the baseball bat didn't get taken.
Yeah, but you're not thinking. Hey, no, hey. You're not neglecting something. He's a 15-year-old fucking child. He's not
What
16.
manslaughter,
He's not,
18
this
years?
is England. It's not America, bruv. It's not America. They're not gonna try him as an adult. He's a fucking kid.
I'm
You
lost.
still can get
It's not
those
America.
No, what's it-
No, you can, but
no,
but they
but
gave
you
him.
just
That's
said,
how long. That's
no,
how
that's
he-
besides the
it's
point.
not like that.
That's besides the
You
point.
get
So
me?
if it's a
You never
child,
got
child,
life.
what's it?
What's that?
Never got life.
Get Google up and tell me what the sentencing is for manslaughter.
Like the common sentence, yeah. Like the.
20 years, you know, blood. That's an M. Oh, damn.
Let's see.
Oh my God.
The maximum sentence the judge can impose for manslaughter is imprisonment for life. The judge may impose other sentences, including a prison sentence to be served immediately, suspended imprisonment, or community sentence.
But how would it be manslaughter though?
That's what it says. Sentence
Is
for
that the
manslaughter.
UK or America?
UK. Look, UK. Sentencing Council.org.uk.
That's not right, man.
Click it.
That's not right.
That's PDF as well.
I've never heard of anybody.
Yeah, I'll read it.
Can you turn it sideways?
I don't know.
Sorry, people.
I don't know if my orientation will do that.
No, it's because it's a
It's
file.
It's a PDF. Nah, I ain't got my own sort of thing anyway. I won't do it. There you go. Alright.
That's not right, bro.
Yeah.
Voluntary manslaughter where the offender intended to kill or cause really serious harm, but is not guilty of murder due to, what's it say, provocations of mental instability. Yeah, we know about that. Involuntary manslaughter where the offender did not intend to kill or cause really serious harm, but were death results from an unlawful act or from gross negligence.
Yeah, unlawful.
That's mad.
So what did that say?
So,
Sorry,
what-
just read it. Just tell
Sean's
the people.
better at reading it. So
What do you want me to read?
So just basically said what?
Basically, just read
What the offence of manslaughter is?
Yeah.
Right, it says the offence of manslaughter. Manslaughter is a crime that can be broken down into two groups. These are described as A. Voluntary manslaughter, where the offender intended to kill or cause really serious harm, but is not guilty of murder due to provocation or mental incapacity, such as described as diminished responsibility. And then there's also involuntary manslaughter, where the offender did not intend to kill or cause really serious harm, but where death results from an unlawful act or from gross negligence.
Now, to what you said, yeah, that's to not cause serious harm. So that would be like.
That's probably what they said
No,
that he tried.
no,
I don't know. I don't know.
One sec. If I punch someone in the fight and he drops and busts his head, that's what that means, right?
So I'm bringing the
But
baseball.
if I run up in a shop with a baseball bat, intending,
That's what it should mean.
Intending, yeah, that's what it should mean or whatever. But if I run up in a shop with a baseball bat, intending to rob that shop, and then I whack the guy on the head and he dies, bro, there was all intentions in that.
Yeah, but they
It
have
was
to
all
prove
intentions.
you intended, which is what I'm saying about that.
How's that?
That's janky, bro. That
Well,
shit's
then
janky.
the
They have to
way you
prove
said
you
that,
intended. You can just say.
No,
So,
you
but
can
did you
just
say that? Then that.
But the first scenario
no
could
camera.
apply.
But-
There's no camera. That's what I'm saying. The first scenario could apply with that same thing, bro. They have to prove you intended to do that shit.
Yeah,
But no, but that still doesn't matter because you
yeah,
brought
no,
the baseball
yeah.
back to the
And
team.
had-
But that's like saying,
had
yo,
the
a man's with a
baseball-
strap on road, fam.
Yeah.
Like, he's seeing his up, yeah? Bow! Well, I didn't mean to kill him.
You can't do that though. No, that's not right. That's not right. No, because he's got the strap. He pointed it at him, and you said he fired it.
question
Yeah,
myself
at the
still.
dude. No, wait.
man saw the baseball bat.
Question
No.
myself.
But no, what you're saying is the guy pointed the gun at him and shot him with the fucking gun. There's straight intent with that. The guy, bro, a man hitting a man with a bat is not always gonna kill him. Whether you intend
the head
to kill
it
him,
is.
not always.
What?
I've been hit on the fucking head.
What?
Yeah, everyone's been, most people's been hit on the
I
head.
ain't dead.
But if you aim for someone's head with a baseball bat, the intention
I
is
must have
you
a
get-
hard
there's-
motherfucking head.
Bro, there's probably like 80% chance of you dying from that hit, bro.
Fuck knows, they have a concussion. I ain't gonna lie. Well,
And if you're not dead from the impact, drop on your
I
head.
ain't gonna even ask to Google that, but I'm gonna find out.
I should
later on.
Google it, but now.
No, just what's the percentage of dying from a hit off the head of a baseball bat?
Hold on. I'll win in a second, but hold on, because I wanted to just say this.
Yeah, look at the sentence.
I was just about. That's exactly what I was reading. Just hold on. It says here the harm caused by any offence that results in a death is immeasurable. Oh, good God.
What
The
does that mean?
sentence.
It's immeasurable. That sounded.
It basically means you can't measure the grief.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. There's nothing I can give you. I can't give you 100 million quid and say, yo, this is for that dead person.
100.
So you can't tell basically.
So basically, 100 years for you in prison isn't even going to repair what you've done.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
You know what I mean? I can't get that back. Yeah. So, right, hold on. Oh, my speed's gone all big. Right, the sentence is not a measure of the value put on the life of the victim. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Yeah. So the maximum sentence a judge can impose for manslaughter is imprisonment for life. The judge may impose other sentences. I read that bit before. Okay. So we know all of that. Okay. If the offender pleads guilty, the judge will reduce the sentence by up to 1/3, depending on how early the plea was made. Never know, my nigga could have pleaded guilty. I don't fucking know. In
Well,
case
you
of,
knew him, didn't
I told you I went around for a trial. I was not about.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't here.
No one told you if you pleaded guilty or not.
No, I didn't read that bit. I didn't know. I only, like I said,
Oh,
this
did
is
you
all
read it out of
second-hand
the paper?
information. This is all second-hand information to me. I don't know all of this firsthand.
Where'd you get what? Out of the paper as well?
Yeah, and like where, and like man, them telling me when I would hit back the ends and whatnot. Right, little bits and pieces. I will actually, you know what? For another podcast, I will actually dig into that story and tell you the whole thing. In fact, no, I'll put it in the mentions. Right, I'll put a link to the story when I find it.
Hold him to that, people.
No, I will. I'll put a link to the story when I find it. In case of corporate manslaughter where an organisation, Ross, is convicted of causing the death, the penalty will be a fine.
Oh! Wait! Oh!
What?
Wheel up. I didn't get that. I didn't get that. One
I'm
bit.
sorry.
I was enjoying myself.
I'm sorry.
I didn't get that.
I can't even enjoy myself. Listen, in the case of corporate manslaughter,
what-
I don't know.
Company.
Yeah, it just says.
So it's like
yeah,
Argos or someone like
the
that.
definition of that, where it says it is where an organisation is convicted of causing the death. An
Well,
organisation.
an organisation, yeah, you can also say that's a gang
Yeah,
fan.
of course you can.
So what?
See, this
Man,
is
right here to put in work on road. You man could be fined for doing your shit, you know, bro.
Wait, I haven't
That
finished.
makes no
I haven't
sense,
finished.
man.
You could be giving people wrong info. Let me finish.
The
Okay.
fuck?
Let me finish.
Lost.
Okay. It says here, the penalty will be a fine. The fine is a punishment for the offence and does not represent the value of a human life in money.
Do you know what?
Hey, you know what? No. Hey,
This is some
listen,
phony
that's
shit,
exactly
you know.
what that shit says.
This is some
okay?
phony shit. I don't know
You're not
what phone
consuming.
he's using.
That's what it says.
That phone
Now,
is not real.
This is from the Metropolitan Police, nigga. Oh shit.
Bro, what's this wrong? You know, Rossi?
This is what the Metropolitan Police.
Lost.
What do the sentences actually mean? It is law that the prison sentences other than life sentences often serve half their sentences in prison and half in license. That's why you need to serve half out and half in. Guarantee if you get some bullshit like that, some next bullshit.
Did he get sentenced 20 years?
Yeah, that was a fine. That was a fine. You know my circumstance, and I serve. I can't. I'm not even saying, but like you know, so because otherwise I'd still be sitting for a minute.
I hear that, but I'm just like, this is the thing as well. What I'm trying to say here, like there's certain things that people don't know. Like even this, what I'm hearing, I don't believe it.
That is mad.
I don't believe it.
And that's from the fucking.
So you know, if there's any lawyers that's clocking into this podcast, yeah.
Speak to me.
Which is why I put my point across at the beginning. If there's people smarter than me, please feel free to correct me, okay? Because I'm reading from the Metropolitan Police website here, okay?
We might be.
So if if you commit M and your lawyer don't get you a fine out of that sentencing, fine,
No, don't listen to him.
then
Don't listen.
gone wrong, fam.
Don't listen to him because you'll have you going not guilty.
Yeah, we don't know about all of this. Like this is all speculation on what we're reading from the Metropolitan Police. I'm going to stress that enough. This is from the Met, okay?
Well, obviously we might be interpreting it wrong, but at the same time, for
can't
the story that he's told us, I'm mad shocked about it.
Yeah.
I'm shocked about all of that. I told you, I still think it should have been M. I don't believe that should have been M.
But even if it wasn't M, it would still be the same sentencing. That's what that's saying, isn't it?
No, because this has been talking about manslaughter as well. Because this is like sentencing for manslaughter. I haven't even looked at what sentencing for murder would be.
Yo, you need to be careful what you're searching for.
No, come on, search. Rags. We're on a podcast.
And shit.
You can see me doing it live on the
Yo, you get your
podcast.
house raided. Checking if man's got done for manslaughter and I just worrying.
Come on, looking out the door like.
Shook.
Hey, listen, that's mad. But
Yo.
yeah. So again, you have to be really
I can't believe that, blood.
I'm still reading it.
I'm lost.
he made us diverse into some next shit, yeah. But at the same
Good.
time, everybody's got some information.
Yeah,
like
one
that.
time I divert, it was cool. Normally I waffle on and I'm an idiot, but this was actually a diversion that needed.
Rascal.
Oh
You
no.
feel alright?
Yeah, man.
Hmm?
Good.
Oh
You
no.
have to be able to laugh at yourself, man.
We're gonna be getting some guests on here soon as well.
Yeah, man.
definitely, man.
Yeah, man.
We're
Definitely,
gonna.
man. I put in the comments as well, realistically, like, no Oprah Winfrey or nothing like that. Like, who do you want us to do on the podcast?
I know, man.
I lied though. Oprah would be Chris, but nah.
What?
Yo,
Oprah.
interviewing Oprah as a guest, I love that shit, but nah.
What would you interview on? What would you ask her?
I would ask
I'm
Oprah the
intrigued.
most, her business,
No.
her life, everything,
Oh, you
everything.
want to ask about her life?
Yeah. Influential black woman.
No disrespect to her, but don't you think she's done that with a lot of people, yeah?
Yeah.
And big people.
Yeah, yeah, but listen,
At a point,
we only know our perspective. If we could get it from their perspective and
Yeah.
they tell us the truth, that would be nice.
no, I hear that.
I don't
No,
know.
I hear that,
I only
obviously.
know what I know from seeing and hearing. I don't
Yeah.
know from you.
Yeah, I hear that.
You understand me? That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna have to put murder
Yeah,
and manslaughter / Oprah Winfrey.
Anyway, if you could like have anybody on the podcast, who would it be to interview?
What? Anybody.
Piers Morgan.
No, I can't have him around.
I
For
know.
real?
Yo, you
No,
will
because
see.
he can
I'm
take and
just
give
saying,
it.
yo,
He can take and
one
give it.
second,
He
you're
can
gonna
take
see
and give it.
manslaughter live on camera. This guy here, fam.
Ignore these,
No, I'm
yeah?
joking.
Nah,
They're a bit heat, though.
that brother can take and give it. Whether or not other people have opinions on him, I don't know. I'm
No,
not speculating. I'm
he
saying he
can
can take and
debate,
give
fam.
it.
He can
Yeah,
debate.
that guy can debate and he can take and give it.
know,
That would be a
thing.
great
I'd have to
debate.
get a rapper in it.
Us three and him.
I know.
I'd
That'd be
have to
great.
get a rapper, me personally.
But I don't
Yeah,
know
that'd be
who.
cool. That'd be nice.
No, because man, I sound
Relevant,
Man,
recent,
I sound like a fan.
early.
Like,
What's wrong with being a fan, man?
What's wrong with that?
I don't know, blood.
There's
Like,
nothing wrong with that.
I don't know,
Who
like
inspired you to do music, bro?
There you go.
Like, who like influenced you?
put a paper, fam.
So that's a fan then.
There
You're
you
a
go.
fan of
Yeah,
them,
bro.
yeah? You're a
That'd
fan
be
of them.
nice.
So what's the problem with that?
What's the point of it?
I don't know.
No issue with that.
I don't even know what an ass man.
You
You
know
get
what?
me?
Fuck that. What's the definition of a fan?
I don't know. You have to tell me.
A fan, yeah, is somebody that follows your music, follows your Instagram, follows your life, just follows
Your life,
on
innit?
everything. You get me at your shows. That's a
Okay.
fan.
Yeah, so I'm a
Yeah?
fan. I'm a fan. But actually, no, I wouldn't even get. No, I don't know, man. So more influential than that. You get me? Maybe one of like Posty or
Do you
someone
know who
like
I'd get?
Posty,
Do you
I
know what?
reckon.
Do you know what I think? I can't remember his name. That's mad. What's his name, man?
Which one?
Um,
Describe where I'm from.
his name's Morgan, bro. It's not.
What?
The black you, the actor.
Morgan Freeman.
That'd be a good brother. No, because if
I
you're gonna
would-
take it there,
I
if you're gonna
would-
take
No,
it there,
'cause you
bro,
said that,
no,
you
I
wanted
didn't
to be
realise.
like-
No, I'm thinking
Wait.
of people that we can just debate with like that. If you're gonna actually take it there, like things
No,
like
because you
that.
said Oprah, blood.
No, I didn't actually say Oprah. I just said that as a point. I was just saying it as a point. Okay, like I said, if I was gonna debate anyone, like I said, I'd rather debate someone that can debate me back.
He said
Yeah, he did
influential.
say
Yeah,
that.
but we're not gonna.
Then
I
he
wouldn't
changed
be
it to Piers
debating
Morgan.
her. I
Yeah, but
said
I'm saying-
interview.
yeah, but I'm saying you-
I said
you
interview.
already
When
brought
you
that
when
up.
you
Yeah,
rewind
yeah.
this back, you will see. I said interview, not debate. I would interview
Oh,
Oprah.
so what we're talking
If
debate
I was
or
going to
interview?
debate somebody, yeah, if it's a debate, I wouldn't debate Oprah. Oprah's not a debate. That's an interview. If I'm going to debate someone, like I said, I would debate like peers, someone who could debate back.
You alright?
That's what I said.
I know.
Like, no,
Yeah,
for
okay.
real
Call him man an ambulance.
though.
Yeah, man. I think you get like that. I think you overtalk to
Nah, I
him.
would.
You get me?
I'd have Morgan Freeman.
That's a good
That's not a bad shot, still.
I think
The voice.
No,
Just
even that,
let him
but
talk.
He's lived a lot in life. You get me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
That's very, very true.
He really has.
I
Yeah,
agree.
you didn't answer my question, bro.
Who? What, debate or interview, as he said?
Whatever.
Was it whatever, just anyone in general?
Like, we know you're a fan of Potter, so, but what,
Yeah,
who
Potter,
you...
do you know
I'm
what
saying
saying?
like-
I
I'm
take
saying-
back Potter though.
No, but I'm saying rappers and that I could pick all day. The same
Yeah,
people.
of course,
So-
course,
so
course.
To me, I'm just saying that. If,
So I would
if it
say
was out
Posty.
of reach. Out of reach. You get
Posty.
me?
Posty, or one of these people so I can understand how the industry would work, so I can take something
That's,
from that industry.
that's smart.
Do you get me?
That's very smart.
Smart.
But,
I'd like that interview too, actually. It's not a bad interview. That would be good.
Smart.
but like,
Something like-
as you said, to debate with, yeah, I'll probably get some of these little fucking dickhead spokespeople. Sorry, innit? But just like some people, I don't know.
What's this some like?
No,
like,
you can't. You can't say that and not elaborate.
I
Come
know,
on.
blood.
Like who?
Mention one of your
Like,
dickheads you call dickheads.
What's his name, man? He just come out of prison, fam.
Who?
You know who I'm on about,
So much
blood.
man come out of pen every
The
day.
racist guy, blood. The racist guy, fam.
The EDL you?
Yes, him.
What's it?
No, you watch me. We'll show you the footage later. So you come here very aggressively. You've got over. Tommy, go on. That's what you get for being a fascist.
What's his name?
I don't know, fam.
One sec, he'll come back to me. I know you're on about, blood. I know you're on about it.
I'll get El Chapo on here as well.
Oh God. Him I go dead. Him dead, innit? Is him dead or him I go dead? Which one?
Why would you
No,
like
no.
El Chapo on there, man?
Take a few things, innit? Like, we got
The business mind on him is great. I don't know about the rest.
No,
the
but
business
I
mind
just like
is
to have
great.
a conversation
I don't
with
know
the guy.
about the
How?
rest.
How?
Yeah, that's a good point.
How?
Fuck,
That's
did you
one
do that
question,
not
and then we'll
get
take up the whole
killed?
thing.
How did you do that and not die? For real
Yeah,
though?
Tommy something. Tommy time. Whatever his name is.
Tommy something.
Nah, I'm not trying to sit down with no racists. I'm cool.
No, because I just want to think what the fuck's going on in your head, blood.
No, because he'll say something and I'll say something.
And that's why it's a
then
debate.
it'll kick
Yes,
off.
exactly.
No,
Yes.
I'm cool.
Yes,
I'm cool.
debate.
I'm cool.
Argue with
I'm
me,
cool.
blood.
He'll say something first because that's not where my mind goes first.
If you made that interview, yeah, you go meet him, yeah, bring him to the podcast.
No.
We'll be sorry.
No.
Make sure he's on his own.
Manslaughter.
No. You know you do that one. You can video call us when you're sitting down on the bench with him and we can debate like that because I ain't having that brother near
I
me.
ain't shouting on no phone to him. I ain't wasting
Yeah, go on,
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? I don't
Yeah.
want to do that.
You get me?
I'm good.
I ain't got time to be buying no phone, blood. You'll get me, mate. You get me?
That's it.
Phone will get smashed and then you're going to have to tell him, yeah, that, bro,
You owe me for the.
you need to either get padded up or something because...
I know. Would you love to jump in a ring with man?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you get me? Be a sick charity fight as well, blood. Do you get me?
I
Of all the races supporting
Just come
him.
spar in the gym. I won't even do it. Just come spar. We'll have an interview.
Fuck that.
Interview in the gym. Come and spar.
And everything that everything he dislikes about something, I'm putting it to that charity.
Because he has to take it.
That's a good point.
He has to take it. If it's for charity, he has
Can't
to
run
take
away. He has to take it. Let's take that. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait.
Hold that, fam.
But you see, that's bad of us, man. We all talk about filling people in when we talk about manslaughter and all that. Yeah, that's bad of us.
If you notice, stop. If you notice,
I'll get a
you
fine.
took it to the gym or to a charity fight. We never took it to the street
Yeah.
or any shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay, because we know where we're at.
The intention isn't, but if it happens, oh.
Yeah.
I know, be blessed to get a fine. It's alright, man. I'm saying.
I know we're part of an organisation, right?
I know,
here, yeah? This is the
I'm doing it for
convo.
charity. Look.
But again, we was just trying to give a little insight to just thinking a bit, think of the bigger picture. Put your foot in other people's shoes when you're in certain situations. I know it ain't easy. Cause I know if something happens to someone close to me, I probably will think irrational at first. But I have enough time and enough knowledge in my head to think smart and weigh up everything properly. You get me?
My message is families hold on to your children and just talk to them. Like, show them in it. Like, whatever you do, there's consequences, and then there's consequences to the consequences. So
Right, so what
you have to realize that what you do affects me.
But people
Yeah,
know
that's
that,
what I'm
though,
saying.
fam. You
No,
gotta-
but they don't. Because when you listen, do you think these kids outside with their fucking knives running around give a fuck that what they do is going to affect their mum?
Yeah.
You know they fucking don't. So that's what I'm saying, innit? Like, just show your youths that. Just tell them that. As long as they know that whatever they do, that's on them, innit? As long as they know that whatever they do is going to affect you, make sure you show them that and tell them that, innit? And then whatever that is, it's on them. It's just that simple. That's my message.
That's your message.
Get a good lawyer, man.
That's a good point, actually.
Get yourself a fine.
Nah,
not
for real.
really.
Don't do
But
that
just,
shit, bro.
yo, just do things, yeah, and just be smart in it.
Try to think
And don't be
about your
stupid.
actions, man.
Don't be stupid in anything you do. Everything has a reaction at the end of the day. Just be ready for that consequence of that action, innit? And be ready for the worst. Yeah,
Wait, my friend.
but yeah,
This was the convo.
yeah, it was. It was. It's a very good convo as well. So yeah, thank you for joining in, man.
Peace out.
Bless.